Welcome to Health Talk Matters. I'm your host, Miranda Ferrier, and this is my co-host, Katie Scott. And today on our show, we're actually really happy to welcome from the Ontario Personal Support Worker Association corporate partner, Anita and Jim Salituri. I think I got that right.
You did.
Did I? From Attune Aging
No
Strategies and Solutions.
Yes, it's fantastic. But before we get to that, we're going to talk a little bit about how we like to tweet and how we'd like you to tweet us. During our show, we try our best to check tweets and answer them as best as we can. So remember, it's Ontario PSW OSSOC, and you can try us. We'll try to get back to you, like I said. And other than that, right now, we're just going to take a quick, short little break, and we'll be right back with Health Talk Matters.
When it comes to our health and our fitness, and then the word we use now is postural fitness, I think you need all the help you can get. Pro football trainers or doctors recommend this to my sons, and they're professional athletes, and I think it's good enough for them, then it's something I can try too. And I've been to physical therapists, and they recommend alignment. I've been introduced to neurobands, and it's not anything that limits what I do, but I know there's benefit there. I think it gives me comfort, but it gives me confidence as I'm trying to improve my posture. One of the things I've learned is that what we call the postural fitness. That's kind of a starting point right there. Wearing the alignment is just to improve my life. Well, after years of football, I had a few injuries and I had some surgeries. You don't just bounce back from those things, so any help I can get along the way, I'm all for it. To be able to have a product that I'm just wearing, well, I feel like I'm wearing my workout. It makes me feel better. It's been helpful to me. I wear one when I work out. I wear one when I play golf. Certainly something that's recommended by doctors or physical therapists, if it's good enough for them, it sure ought to work for us. People riding on airplanes, behind computers, sitting behind a desk. This is for the common person out there that pays attention to their posture. You know, as we get older, we all have ailments. I think along the way we can do things to make age stand still a little bit. So I just tried to put a real emphasis on my postural fitness.
I think it's important to be a part of an organization that also will support you in your education as well as in the community.
OPSWA advocate helping PSW. They OPSWA help voice out the voice of the PSW to be heard all over Canada.
Now they're talking about different things that can help us PSWs, like autism and Asperger's. This is new education that we need that we don't get in school as a PSW.
The conference is helping me today by teaching me about all the other programs offered to PSWs and through OPSWA that I had no idea about before, and all the other programs that I could specialize in or that could help me in my field after this.
My name is Miranda Ferrier, and I'm the president of the Ontario Personal Support Worker Association, and we want to invite you to come out to our conference. At our conference, we celebrate personal support workers, and we understand how important you are to the healthcare field. So come out and join us. You're going to have a great time.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Health Talk Matters. We are joined today by Anita and Jim from Attune. Thanks for coming today, guys. It's fantastic to have you. Just first question, I'm going to jump right in. Can you tell me what Attune is?
Well, sure. First of all, thanks thanks very much for having us here. It's a pleasure to
Yes.
be here with Jim
Yeah.
and myself. Attune is a Canadian company, and it's based in Oakville, Ontario. It's owned by myself, Anita, I'm an occupational therapist, and Jim, my husband, and he's a physiotherapist. I'll talk about Attune by describing what our mission is. And so our first mission is to help seniors live as actively and as independently as possible. And we know that seniors, many of them have that goal to remain living in their homes as long as possible. And so Attune's mission is to support that goal through the principles, philosophies, and approaches of an OT, an occupational therapist, and a physiotherapist together. Our second mission is to enhance the quality of care that seniors are receiving in the community by teaching and enhancing the knowledge and skills of caregivers. And by caregivers, we mean personal support workers, of course, and family caregivers who are in that role of providing the most amount of care. So our goal is, by enhancing quality of care, then in turn that will enhance the quality of life for seniors as they strive and work hard to age in place or age at home as long as possible.
Wow, I love that chat about quality of care. 'Cause
Yes.
That's something that, as you guys are well aware of, we're very big about at the Ontario PSW Association. So to get even more in depth about your business, so what exactly does your business do?
Well, at Attune, there are three areas or three areas that we focus on and three solutions that we give. And so the first solution is our in-home therapy solutions. So we do provide private physio and OT services in the home. The second area and the second solution is the exercise solutions. And this is something that we've created, and it is a full body exercise program. And it's called the Exercise Essentials Program. And it's something for the seniors to do at home to keep them active. And the third area is the educational solutions. And this is done through workshops. We understand, with the caregivers, the challenges that they face every day when they're trying to give care to our seniors. And as a result, we want to support that. And we do that through giving them educations and providing workshops to help improve, as Anita was saying before, their skills. By doing that, you improve the quality of the care, and again, it improves the quality of their life.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
That's a lot.
that wasn't a little answer there. That was a big answer there. That's fantastic.
Go big, go bigger.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you have to do.
So with everything that you guys do, how long have you been in business for?
Well, so we've been clinicians for over 25 years. So we actually went to school together. We graduated from the University of Toronto in 1991. And we took a long time to sort of build the foundations of Attune. We used all of our clinical experience and knowledge to get Attune started from the ground up. Then we took some time, as Jim mentioned, the Exercise Essentials program. So before we launched Attune, we took time to create that program and bring that to market, which is available now for purchase on our website. And then we officially launched Attune in November of 2014, and we've been steadily growing ever since.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
You're blowing us away over here.
Yeah. So our viewers would probably like to know, Anita and Jim, just can you give us a little bit more information on yourselves?
Well, so as Anita said, we did graduate from the University of Toronto 25 years ago. And that's where we met. And what was it? Oh, we got married. Yeah, that was it. So we got married about 23 years ago now. And I'm from Sault Ste. Marie, so I'm a northern boy. And something I'm always proud of. But anyways, so I've been practicing for 25 years. And I've treated people from all different ages, from newborns to month-olds, to in their 90s. And I love working with people, and I love having that positive impact on a daily basis to try to get them back from their condition and recover as much as possible. Now, the key that I find with treating them is to educate them. And education is so important. You teach them how to manage their condition, you teach them how to understand their condition and therefore function better. And also, we really enjoy, and I really enjoy teaching group sessions. So that's teaching PSWs, for example, new skills and stuff. I love doing that. It's so satisfying. You can tell. You can talk about yourself.
I can talk about that. So as for me, I knew when I was a student that I wanted to work with seniors, and I have worked my entire career with seniors in inpatient rehabilitation programs, outpatient rehab programs, and I spent 18 plus years working in long-term care. So I've worked alongside PSWs, and I know how difficult and challenging that job can be. And it's been a pleasure. So we work on the units together. But the other thing the other hat that I get to wear is, in addition to being a clinician, I've also been an educator in long-term care. So I've delivered in-services and workshops to registered nurses and personal support workers in nursing homes across the province of Ontario. So that's a lot of fun to really help support the personal support worker in that difficult job that they have on a day-to-day basis.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
You know, I think that we are off to an excellent start. I mean, I'm already blown away. I don't know about you, Katie.
Oh, definitely.
And we're just going to take a quick break here at Health Talk Matters. We're going to be right back.
Well, not anybody can be a PSW. It takes someone truly special to be a personal support worker. So PSWs, when they get together, they understand each other the best. So, you know, like the association at OPSWA, we are a family. PSWs run the association, so who better to understand what PSWs go through but their peers. So I believe that, you know, PSWs need to have that center of gravity. They need to have that circle of care so that they're better able to produce and provide quality of care for those that they care for every day. This summer, we're actually going to be hosting a seminar on autism. It's a 4-part series on autism. So we have an IBI therapist named Tammy who is going to be coming and teaching our PSWs as to what to look for, how to work with these individuals. You know, what is a high functioning person with Asperger's as opposed to somebody who is a low functioning autism. So it's going to be very important for PSWs to learn these strategies because the field is hot and PSWs are that ticket. PSWs should definitely come to our conference because it's important for PSWs to get to know their peers and to interact with their peers. I think it's really important because so many PSWs work by themselves and they kind of feel lost in the big crowd of PSWs or a big crowd of the healthcare field. So at this conference, they're able to communicate with other PSWs, learn new things, what's happening in the field. They get to interact with their professional association, and you know, best of all, they get to celebrate who they are as a PSW and feel celebrated.
Hello everyone, Lawrence Rinke here with New Bandage Technology. We were at the Ocala Equine Hospital today with Dr. Bloomer for a short tour and a great opportunity for New Bandage Technology.
So we're going to roll the bandage up. Yep. The eyelid and the eyeball looks away from the patient. Perfect. Okay? You get it past the big spot, and then you can let the horse's leg down. Nice job, okay? And let's say we want to use it on.
I'm thinking, yeah, right there on
in this area. Oh, in this area?
Yeah, that's going to be a carpal wound of some kind, knee wound.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it can be high, low, or medium compression. Make sure all the holes are even and consistent size. And you've got even and consistent pressure all the way through with no pressure points. Right? You can move the bandage down, address the wound, clean the wound, and then just bring it right back up again. If you want to adjust the bandage and you want it a little higher, you can bring it up and right back down again. If you want it higher, you can bring it right back up again. Yeah. And down. So you can keep adjusting it until it's perfect. Take it off. You start with the palms to the fingers. Stay in contact with it, palms to fingers. Oh, thank you. And of course, a little assistance is always nice. If you want to take it loose, take it away. And we've got a higher compression by 10 solid. We're going to roll it up into a tight donut shape. And this one will be a little more difficult to get on. But again, the eyelid, the eyeball. With assistance, we can get it on. Right? And then stay in contact with it from the palms and up. Palms and up. Palms. Stay in contact. Push it up. When it unloads, you simply bring it down. Now you can see you got a tighter fit here.
I like the way that looks, I really do.
This is called cinching. If I want to bring this together, bring this joint together, I would cinch it by pulling it up, and I would cinch it by pulling it down. What that does is, because this bandage wants to go back to its original shape, it's pulling that joint back together, acting like an assist.
Welcome back to Health Talk Matters. We're joined today by Anita and Jim from Attune. And now, as we get this going yet again, I think our viewers are kind of wondering, what is the difference between an occupational therapist and a physiotherapist?
We don't ever get that question.
No,
do we?
no, we never do.
All the time,
This-
you guys get it.
I think
Yeah.
it's the first time I'm answering this question. I'm not sure.
You go.
But really, in terms of the goal of a patient, this is what we share. We want to make sure that that client, that patient, recovers to their highest potential functional outcome as best as possible. And whether it's to return to work, whether it's to return to a sport, or being able to do functional activities in their home. Now, how we get that person back to that is where the difference is between physio and OT. Okay. Simply put, physios, we assess the physical condition of that client, and then we come up with a treatment plan using exercises or hands-on manual techniques, and using, of course, education to help them achieve that goal that they're trying to do and get them back as functional as possible.
So occupational therapy is a little bit different. We help people develop the skills they need to engage in their everyday daily tasks, and to do that at their optimum level, to be as independent as they can. So the performance of someone's ability to perform their activities of daily living is what we call it. That can be hindered by an injury, an illness, chronic disease. It can be affected by a mental health issue, or it can be affected by the aging process. So an occupational therapist would help identify the obstacles or barriers that that person might have in their ability to perform their daily tasks. So we look at that individual in a very holistic fashion. We look at their physical performance, and that's why physios and OTs work very closely
So we
together.
sometimes work together to do that.
And so we look at their physical performance, and then we look at their cognitive abilities. So we're assessing, their problem-solving abilities, their reasoning, if they have memory difficulties. We're looking at their social support network. We're identifying any mental health issues or mental emotional issues, if there are behaviors, if their spiritual or cultural influences impact their daily living, and
So a
very
bunch of stuff.
importantly, lots of things. And
Yep.
very importantly, we looked at the environment. So we put all that together, and then we develop goals with the client, treatment and approach to implement strategies and solutions to help that person resume their optimum level of functioning.
Wow.
That's great.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's absolutely
We're just digesting it.
It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in.
So I know like OTs, PTs work in hospital settings and other areas of the healthcare field. Obviously, you guys are everywhere doing anything and everything you possibly can. I'm wondering, how the two of you decided to work together and start Attune as a married couple. Yeah, they're married.
Yeah.
As Jim
I was told to.
That's right.
Good boy, Jim. Good boy.
Yeah.
So really how it started was because I'm working with seniors, I would come home from work and tell Jim all of my stories about the challenges and difficulties that seniors were having and their family members accessing the care and support that they needed in order to remain living at home as long as possible. So that was a challenge, right? The publicly funded system doesn't, it provides a little bit of support, but not as much as what the individuals really need. So what that spurred some thought, and really Jim and I looked at each other and said, this is an opportunity for us as a physio and an occupational therapist to work together and to influence care and to make a difference in the lives of seniors. We know that what we do as a physio and an OT, it plays a big role in aging in place. So we have a lot to contribute, but our utilization, let's say, within the healthcare system, I don't think we're utilized as much as we could be, and that could be a funding issue or whatever.
Well, it usually is a funding issue. That's the problem.
Whatever the case may be, but that is something that we felt was really important. That if we weren't doing it within the system, then we would start something outside of the system, and that's how Attune was born.
Wow.
Good for you guys, because it is true.
Honestly, yeah.
Our seniors need a lot of help.
Yes.
With a lot of
they do.
different things, and how are they going to get it? If there's no funding for what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't think there's much funding for much of anything nowadays, to be perfectly
I don't think
honest.
so either.
I think every part of healthcare
either.
is feeling the heat.
Well, there is funding, but it's limited. That's the issue.
And that's the concern.
So we
right?
need a higher limit.
Yes, we
Funding.
do.
Higher limit.
How about less time painting the walls in long-term care?
Yeah.
And perhaps more going into OT.
Yeah, and I would say that physiotherapy services are recognized a little bit more than occupational therapy services. So that's my OT plug. And I think that we really do have a lot to contribute, and we are an underutilized allied health professional within the system.
As you mentioned, you hit so many areas of that person.
Yeah.
It's so you can't just segment that person into different areas and treat just that and treat just that. You got to look at everything. That's where OTs really flourish.
Oh yeah, no, we hear you. I think it's fantastic. So I think our viewers are now kind of curious, seeing as how you guys have just opened up a world. Here. I think they're curious to know more about your in-home services that you provide.
Okay. I'm happy to tell you about that.
Well, good. Today's a talk show.
So they are private in-home therapy services, and we offer physio and OT in the Halton and Peel region. So what we do is really encourage our clients to access what is available through the publicly funded system first, because recognizing that our services are private, people might have some funding through their insurance company if they do have coverage through their policy. Otherwise, it is privately funded. So we encourage people to access what's available through the public system, and then we sometimes enhance that care, or we pick up when the person is discharged from, let's say, CCAC, then we pick up where they left off, and we complement each other that way.
And we've gone into people's homes, but we also have gone into retirement homes and in the hospital too, just to enhance the care that they may be receiving.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys, we get a lot of wows.
It's my favorite word today.
It's the wow
show today.
Yeah, and we know a lot of, because Anita and Jim are corporate members of ours, of OPSWA. So can you tell us a bit more about the exercise essentials that
Well,
I know that's a really good program as well. So.
yeah, it's something that was a lot of fun doing. It took a while to get from the beginnings to where the final product is now. That is, and what it actually is it's a full body exercise program, and it's delivered on a DVD. Now the DVD, it's an actual set, so there's 5 DVDs to the set. And they're each about 30 minutes long. And when I tell people this, like, oh my God, I got to do all 5 in the same day? No. We want you to get active. We want you to get active, but we don't want you to die. Okay. But it's a 5 DVD set, and there's a schedule that goes along with it. So you do one day, one another day. But it helps to guide you through that. The actual program, again, it's a full body program, and each DVD focuses on a different part of the program. Again, they're each about 30 minutes. So the first DVD is a gentle stretch and move. So that helps you just to move a little bit, easy movements just to get yourself stretched out. The second one is cardio, which is targeting the most important muscle on our body, the heart. There's upper body strength, one for lower body strength, and one that we call balance and core. But I just had a client a couple days ago say, yeah, that one, the middle body one. I'm like, that's good. Lower body, upper body, middle body. But balance, you know what? Balance is so important for the seniors. Now, all the exercises, we've designed it so that there's a sitting and standing version of each exercise. So if they're less mobile, they're not moving too well, they mostly sit down, you can still exercise in sitting and get a full body program with that.
Follow me. I do all the
Yeah,
exercises
she does
in sitting.
And then for people who are more active, they will still get challenged by this because there's all the standing versions. And we do give a lot of instruction on how to modify it to make it easier or harder during the whole program. The sitting and standing version is actually, it's turned out to be a really cute addition to it because we have a couple clients who they're married, and the one is active, the one's not as active, they're less mobile, and it's something that they can do together. So it's really cute because they are able to exercise together and do something as a couple, right? Yeah, it's cool. So, and then the DVD, as we've talked to different healthcare providers and stuff, it's also become a tool or an adjunct to therapy. So if they're already going to a community service program or they're receiving some therapy, they can use this to help accentuate the program. So exactly. I have a patient right now who a few months ago he was unable to sit for more than 30 seconds and unable to walk for more than 2 or 3 feet. He was bedridden because of back and hip pain. So I started working with him, and he's paying for our services, right? So I'm working with him, he's getting better now. And now I introduced the program to him. Well, now he's doing that as part of the program, plus the treatment that I'm doing. But I'm not seeing him as often, so it reduces his financial burden.
That's right.
And he's flourished with this, and now he's now in a retirement home, and he's going on the outings, he's walking. He's actually, him and his son they're planning a trip to Iceland. So he wants to be able to walk around, and he's in his late 80s. So it's done great. It's done great.
And can I just ask though, but anybody then can use this DVD set, this exercise program, because this would also benefit people with disabilities as well, would it not?
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's absolutely wonderful.
Very self-directed. You
Yeah.
can follow along. It's very easy to follow.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's absolutely fantastic. We're just going to
And-
take this opportunity to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with Health Talk Matters.
Great.
I'm Lawrence Rinke with New Bandage Technology, and we're here today in Boca Raton, Florida with Willie Snead IV, number 83 from the New Orleans Saints, wide receiver. And Willie bruised his knee and sprained his knee about, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
You've tried our new bandage, our high impact bandage here recently over the last few days. And your first impressions?
First putting it on, I just felt the automatic support that I was looking for. I know when I take my knee, I had support, but I didn't have mobility, and that was the problem. So, like right when I put this on, I felt the mobility, I felt the support all in one. And that's really what I needed for my knee at the time. Now that you've introduced me to the new bandage, it's like I want to wear this all the time. So, I mean, even with the different versions, you got the heavy duty with the padded, you got the light finesse, and you know, you got the change up. It's like it's all good, and you know, it's a really good project.
You know, with new bandages, there are no pressure points. There are no long taping sessions. It's an easy on and an easy off, and you can adjust it easy. You can place it exactly where you want, so you got the ultimate comfort and support. So I'm looking forward to watching you in the rest of the season.
I appreciate you.
You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, I'm Lawrence with New Bandage Technology, and we're here with Brian.
Hi, my name is Brian Frost. I'm a physical therapist with core rehabilitation and sports medicine. And we're here with Sophia. Sophia's been using the new bandage technology, and here she's a post-op ACL reconstruction about 3.5 to 4 weeks out from her surgery. And I've really seen the new bandage has made a dramatic impact in its recovery time, allowing to accelerate her recovery speed and get her back into the exercises that are more functional for her, thereby allowing her to regain her muscle use and activation. The biggest thing that's done for her is that it's minimized the swelling post-operative and allowed her quad muscle to stay active so that we didn't have to spend the first 4 to 6 weeks of therapy reactivating the quad and stabilizing the knee. We've been able to do that in with just a few sessions, and it also gives her that compression that she needs so that she can move forward with these exercises. And that's exactly what you would want from a device like this.
Brian, thanks so much.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Health Talk Matters. We're joined today by Anita and Jim from Attune. Now, we have just been having so much fun that we're actually cutting short on time here in the Toronto studio. So one of the quick things, tell us really quickly, you guys have awesome workshops, educational pieces. Please explain to us, what do you guys got for us?
Okay, so we have a broad array of in-services and workshops and educational topics. We've designed them and created them ourselves, and they are based on best practice principles, and they're all evidence-based, and so that's very important. We customize and cater our workshops depending on the audience. So, and we deliver workshops to all sorts of organizations across the GTA and Toronto, and so we really cater to our audience. So we're going to deliver a workshop to individuals providing transportation services next week, so that's pretty exciting too. Our workshops are very interactive. We focus on enhancing knowledge and skills because those are two key components. Knowledge is power. So our approach is that we want people to understand why it is they're doing the things they're doing, how the body moves, and just understand the conditions. And that way they can provide better care. And when they provide better care, then
the quality of life for that senior is
Exactly.
It all mixes in with the mission.
If anyone needs information or wants to find out more about you guys, where can they go?
They can go to www.attuneactiveaging.com.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having us. It's been a blast.
If we have more time, we're going to have to get back.
Yes.
We have, my goodness. So remember, guys, you guys can always find us at www.opswa.com. If you want more information on our show, make sure to check out www.thedisabilitychannel.ca or make sure to download a free subscription on Roku TV, either up here in Canada or down there in the awesome United States of America.
Yes.
So we look forward to seeing you guys again, and thanks again for watching Health Talk Matters.